All right, Griz Nation, we are back. This is the Fight on Montana podcast. We are doing some preseason talk as we are recording this on a Tuesday right before, what is this, week one?
Yeah, it is week one.
Week one.
Technically, it's not preseason anymore, but it is for the Griz.
It is for the Griz since we don't play until September 6th. So we are going to do something a little bit different. We don't have an opponent this week. So we're going to kind of go over some of the things that we've heard, what we're hearing with the roster, kind of go over some of the other sports that are happening, get into a lot of questions. Thank you guys for sending those to us. We really appreciate you guys being involved and love hearing from you guys. And then kind of go over the Big Sky. There were some interesting things in week 0 that happened that I want to talk to Luke about too. And so that's where we're going to head in this podcast. It might be a little short. It might be longer. Who knows? When we get started talking, we don't know what's going to happen. So,
well, exactly. And I think we got more fan questions than we've had in a while.
So, a while. Yeah.
Yeah. Then that's Griz and the X.
Yeah. So. And that's probably me because I always forget to put it on Griz.
Oh, that's okay. No, it's awesome. We're getting questions. Love it. I think people are itching for like Griz football because it's like every other team in the nation seems like they didn't play in week 0. They're playing this weekend. Like I can't tell you how many like quasi Griz fans that I've converted over the years. Like, hey, are the Griz playing this week? I'm like, no, it's our bye week. What? Your bye week's on week 1? I'm like, yes, it is
12 straight weeks.
Yeah.
So, and I heard Bobby say, and Riley too, that there's only 2 teams, us and I think Villanova, that don't play in week 1.
Wow.
So interesting.
Well,
so
you don't have to worry about a loss, I guess. So
exactly, we'll be playing our first game when other teams are probably playing their second or third game.
Yeah, hoping not to go 0-2. We're just going. We want to go 1-0.
1-0.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, let's do some Griz rundown of some of these sports. So soccer, they had the Rumble in the Rockies tournament that they had this weekend. They played Seattle to a 1-1 tie. And then they played Baylor real close, but they wound up losing that one 2-0. Their game in Boise, Idaho is the 28th on this Thursday against Boise State at 7 p.m. Because that is on the Mountain West Network, it won't be on ESPN Plus, guys, just to let you know. But they will be playing Nevada on Sunday, and you guys can in Missoula, and you can catch that on ESPN Plus.
Ooh, very cool. Or just go down and catch it in person.
Or go to Boise and catch it in person. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Or I meant the Nevada game in Missoula.
Or that one too. Yeah. So that will be in Missoula at 1 p.m. So definitely go support the ladies. They've got a good team. I was watching them play Seattle, which was really hard because you're like, oh, why did they 1-1 tie? The one goal that Seattle scored was a header off our girls. They kicked the ball towards the goalie, and one of our girls tried to head it out of bounds, and it went into the goal. So they really didn't actually score. It was more of one of our girls scoring for them. But that's the way soccer is. You never know.
Yeah. So soccer and hockey, you never know.
Soccer and yourself. Yep. Yeah. So let's go to volleyball because volleyball. Come on, computer. There we go. They play Utah Valley this Friday in Orem, Utah. And then they'll play Boise State. It looks like it's called the Wolverine Invitational. They'll play Utah Valley, Boise State, and Navy.
Oh, wow.
So volleyball is really cool. They do these, they all do these tournaments, right? Yeah. And so to get as many games as they can in without having to travel. So that they play Navy and Boise State and Utah Valley in the same tournament in one weekend.
That's cool.
Yeah, and then they have their own tournament in Missoula that following week. So if you guys are going to the Griz game, the night game against Central Washington, you guys can catch some volleyball Friday night, they will play Oakland at noon. And then they'll play North Dakota State on Saturday at 9 a.m. So before you guys got the football game. Exactly. And then they'll play, it looks like they play Oakland twice. That must be, because it says the 5th and the 6th. So maybe they play them then. I don't know. I think it's the 5th and the 6th. I think that's
probably a typo because
a typo there. Yeah. So definitely some sports going on. Definitely support the ladies in volleyball. That's one of the sports that I love watching because it's amazing how hard they hit that thing. And just some of the things that they do in volleyball. It's like, how do they do that?
Well, if you can't catch it on person, it shows up well on the TV. Like, it's fun to watch on ESPN Plus. I enjoy it.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Well, and it's just like, go grab a volleyball and try to do that, and you're like, holy cow, wow.
Like some of the way they jump and tomahawk that ball down, it's like, holy Christ.
Yeah.
There's some power behind that.
Exactly. Softball, I just deleted, so let me get that up here. They play, I believe, this weekend too, but my computer was going slow, and computers. They always usually have a fall small schedule, and then they'll play in the spring. So they have their scrimmage September 28th, and then they'll play the likes of MSUB October 4th and Carroll on October 4th as well. And then they'll have a couple more things then. And then they'll start their spring schedule as well. So
that's so interesting to me how they have like a small fall schedule and then it's spring. It's just
yeah. Well, and it's kind of hard to with softball. It's October you could have snow.
That's the thing.
Yeah. And so you try to get a little bit of work in. I'm not quite sure if that counts as their record. I'm not quite sure. That's something that
I don't think you guys
know out there.
Yeah,
I wouldn't think so, just because I think they're just exhibitions that
it's almost like it's their fall ball, if you will.
Yeah,
and then brings their actually season. So
because on here their schedule it says 2026 schedule.
Yeah.
So I would think
I bet it is. I bet they're like exhibitions, just kind of like instead of spring ball, you're playing other opponents just to get better and that makes sense.
So that is all the Griz other sports that are happening around. Definitely go support those other sports that work extremely hard. But Luke, how are you? First of all, I forgot to ask how you doing. So how are you doing?
Shoot, I've been good. Traveling lots for work, been down in so here's something cool. So I was down in Kansas City for work at a Royals game where like any Griz fan does, you wear your Griz shirt, walking around, and I couldn't believe how many Go Grizzes I was getting at the Kansas City Royals game. I was like, what? They're like, hey, Go Griz, and hey, all right, Montana. Where sometimes you might run into neighbors fans giving you a hard time.
Yeah.
Out there. It was all a bunch of Go Grizzes, and it was awesome. I was like, heck yeah, this is great. Had some good conversation with folks that, excited about the Griz and from down in Kansas City. So yeah, I travel a lot for work and can't wait for, college football season to start. We got that little taste last week, and now we get the full gamut minus our Griz. But still, it's awesome that it's back, and I can't wait for September 6th. So,
Exactly.
How are you been?
Good, man. School started, and so back at that, and then still doing real estate and working at that, and kids are growing up, and I got a birthday party for my daughter turning 7 this weekend, and so yeah, it works out. It's crazy how summer went and gone, and it's fall. So
gone so fast. Like it just blows me away how fast it went by. Daughter's 7. That's awesome. Well,
I know, right?
Before you know it, she's gonna be 17 or 8. Like my daughter's 18.
Yeah,
senior in high school this year.
Oh man,
it's like, and everybody says this is the fastest one. Like it's just gone.
Yeah.
So it's
one thing I do appreciate with the Griz having not this week but the next week is getting like my to-do list done.
Right. Well, and then
That's
if
nice.
you're a camper too for Labor Day weekend,
Yep.
you don't have to worry about where we're going to watch the Griz game. You can go do whatever. And you know what? The wild thing is, this is like one Labor Day weekend. I don't have a camping book for like, what are we doing? I don't even know what the heck we're doing for Labor Day weekend. Because usually it's like, there's a Griz game we got to work around. There's not. So we still have to figure out what we're doing for our 3-day weekend. I have no
That's
idea.
Awesome.
Probably just watching all the other college football or something.
See, and I have a 4-day weekend, so that's awesome.
Ooh, even better.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So we're on a 4-day week. So we get
That's
Fridays off.
Cool.
So 4-day week. So yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, man. Oh man. Let's get into some week 0 games.
All right, sounds good.
We had some interesting week 0 games, man.
Yeah. Which one do you want to talk about first?
Well, there's 2 of them actually there's 3 of them that I'm like, whoa. The UIW Nichols game. Incarnate Word was ranked number 5.
Yeah. They're not.
They got obliterated. Their offensive line got obliterated by Nichols.
Yeah. I was watching that game going, what? I thought UIW, everybody was talking how great they were. They're just something special. And yeah.
20-6.
Yeah. Nichols, that defensive line of Nichols was, I mean, just, I don't know.
Yeah.
UIW is yeah.
I'm just like, okay, so maybe they've got some things that they need to add here, but man, the fact that of what that defensive line did to that offensive line was crazy.
I think some of this too, in the years past, I mean, and this year too, so many of the preseason rankings are based on how you finished the year before.
Yep.
Is how Craig Haley and his cronies all, vote for this stuff.
Yeah.
And with now the college football landscape and so many changes and transfers and just people leaving, people coming, it's so hard, I think, to do a preseason rank because of that. And so you're basing it off of teams that are so different from the year before. And so really it's, the first few weeks. And so, I mean, I've heard people talk about this where maybe there shouldn't be rankings until week 3 or week 2 or something, so that you see that. And then that's when everybody votes. The coaches vote, the media votes after they see everybody play. Because I guarantee you, after this, there's no way people be voting them as 5th.
No, they're going to be outside the top 10.
Yeah, I guarantee they drop down to like
13, 14.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. So that game kind of resonated with me. And then Idaho State almost beating UNLV at Allegiant Stadium 38-31. It just kind of says how bad UNLV is.
Well,
but I think how Idaho State, their offense is crazy good.
they're on the rise. I mean, I think their coach up there, was it Hawkins? Hawkins. Yep. Yeah, Coach Hawkins, the young Hawkins.
Cody Hawkins, yep.
I think that he's doing a good job, and he's got them in the right direction. I think Idaho State could scare some people in the Big Sky. I mean, I don't think they're going to be the bottom dwellers of the Big Sky anymore than they used to be. They're going to be right there fighting, for that middle of the pack area, I think. And
I think,
they could surprise people. So.
Yeah, I think that their defense is going to be the question mark. They're going to be, they put up like 550 yards offense on UNLV. So I think their offense is going to keep them in games, but it's just like, okay, can they get a stop? And so that kind of, the game against the Griz kind of got a little interesting because I'm like, oh, man, we better, because I believe we go to Idaho State.
I think we do, yeah.
So that could be an interesting game because I think that's one of the first games. I think we play Idaho. I don't know if you have that up. I'll get it up here.
I got it right here. So we've got Indiana State. We go Idaho's here. Yeah. So we have Idaho and Missoula. And then that next weekend we go to Idaho State night game, October 4th.
Okay.
So, Yeah.
So it could be an interesting game. Hopefully we don't have a falter at Idaho State after, the rival game with Idaho.
Right.
So that kind of got my attention.
I don't think so. I think especially with UNLV and stuff, I'm sure Bobby was watching that because you're a coach there. You're always going to keep an eye on him. And this Big Sky too. Without a game, I'm sure they were watching that game. So there's no way now that they did that, no one's going to underestimate them. They shouldn't. At least. It's like, hey, they're here to play this year. So,
yep. And then the Mercer UC Davis game, I was kind of excited to go watch that game, and then all of a sudden gets canceled because of lightning, and then they don't.
And not just a little lightning. There was a bunch of lightning and stuff like that. That's why they didn't bring it back. It's just that's so unfortunate. Those kids are out there playing their tails off, and that's a tight game. And that game has playoff implications because Mercer and Davis, it's like, none of those stats count or anything. It's just didn't happen.
Yeah, well, and both of those teams are ranked. They're going to need that. That also, I was hearing that Frank Vigola was saying bring that back because they do have buys at the same time.
Ooh, that would be cool if they were able to let them play again.
Yeah.
You almost at this point, if it's that, later on you got to play a full game again. I don't think you can start. Okay, let's finish this game, and here's the thing: you almost got to play a full game again. I think.
Yeah, you started back at 0. I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to get it here. Where
I wonder if they'd let that happen. That would be because. Sam Herder posted this and stuff too. He was talking about how they're, because they're both ranked, there's definite playoff implications here.
Oh yeah,
them and other teams too, because you think UC Davis, they pull that win, that's a big win for you, when it comes to voting and stuff, because they're ranked at the beginning of the season. It's a ranked win. Or Mercer too, if they do it. If they beat Davis, that helps us out. It drops them down. It makes it affects so many other teams too on how they finish there, which is unfortunate they couldn't finish.
I think they can still get this game in. Frank says here, run it back. UC Davis and Mercer both have a bye week on October 18th. That's their second bye week, as Davis is also off September 13th.
Oh, shoot.
And Mercer is off September 6th.
Well, then they got to play.
They got to play that
bye weeks. It's like, why not? Yeah.
Yes. So basically, you're going to lose a game, and then you're going to also have 2 bye weeks.
The problem is the travel. The money and stuff like that. That's always the – but could you figure it out? It's like, come on.
Well, and this game was a neutral field game, right?
Was it?
Wasn't it?
I thought it was down in Alabama. I thought it was at Mercer.
Was it at Mercer?
Yeah. I thought it was.
Well, with that, and this is an interesting thing too, with them not playing the game, they're not getting paid for that game, right?
Well, they're both FCS schools. I don't know how much you get paid for that.
But I think they get paid to travel, don't they?
I don't know, because some of those FCS ones, it's home and home, so you don't. I don't think you do, because all right, we'll come to you next time you come to us, sort of thing. Yeah. Unlike the what was it, $500,000 that Idaho State got for going down to UNLV. So
yeah. So that's interesting. Hopefully they can get that in. Maybe you meet somewhere neutral for everybody and get it played.
Be cool if they could figure a way out to do that, for sure.
Yeah, because it could. UC Davis is always the one looking in on.
Well, it seems like they've had that happen a lot, where they're just the last one out and stuff. And part of it's because the Big Sky is so strong.
Yep.
Kind of like the Missouri Valley. These two conferences put in so many teams in the playoffs.
Yep.
That there is always that one team that's just on the outside looking in, and you go, boy. If they were in the Patriot League, they'd probably win that damn league and be in playoffs. So or Pioneer League or any, so.
And you got to look at the playoff schedule or playoff things here, because you've probably got Missouri Valley getting 5, Big Sky teams getting 5. Yep. There's 10 of the 24 teams right there.
Yeah.
And so, it's going to be interesting. I think they really got to play that game. So
it'd be cool if they could. I'm sure both, because of, like we said, the playoff implications and stuff they could have. I don't see why both squads wouldn't want to play that game,
right? Yeah.
And it's not like it was too. To the other point, if let's say UC Davis was just crushing them, it was 21-3.
Wasn't it 20-6?
No, it was closer.
I thought it was like 20-6.
No, they were within 3. I thought.
Oh, okay.
When they ended it, I'll see if I can find out here real quick. But I mean, it's like there's UC Davis is winning, but it was close enough. But like if they're blowing them out, then I think you got to call it and say, okay, they won. But it wasn't like that. They was still close enough where it could be. Let's see here. See if I can find this. They've erased it everywhere.
I know it's not nuts.
It's called. Let's see if it can help me.
The other game, it was surprising.
It was 23-17 with 7 minutes and 46 seconds left in the fourth.
In the fourth?
So, yeah, 7 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, fourth.
They got 7 minutes. They got to finish that game.
Well, there was the lightning. I mean, if it's safety, that's why you couldn't finish it. So
yeah. Well, yeah, that's
because that lightning rule. I think it's like it has to be within 15 miles, and you have to wait 30 minutes before every strike, and they kept getting a strike, and it was just like, at what point is everybody cooled off, and there's too much, worry about someone getting hurt. So I was surprised that maybe they wouldn't just give it to Davis with only 7:46 left in the fourth because they were up.
Yeah.
But again, it's like
that's crazy.
When they're only up 6 points, it's like it's just too close to be one play, and they could be, Mercer could have been up or something. It's unfortunate, but
it is. The other game was Tarleton State at Portland State, and Tarleton State just sloshed Portland State at their high school arena, 42-0.
I tried watching the first half of that, and it was just like, oh boy.
Yeah.
Like I'm rooting for Barney because I like Barney's cool, and and you got the fighting Robbie Houks in the back in the defensive backfield. And it was Portland State's in for a long season, man. It was just like, oh boy.
They can't stop the run.
This if it continues on this path, I don't see how Barney. I
think they're okay with him just doing what he's doing,
and they may be. It's just
because they don't put money. They don't put money into their program.
Just the weight room. I heard the
weight room. Yeah. So it's like, okay, why put money into the program? We're just gonna just have it so we can stay alive and say that we have a football program, and just I don't know. That team is one of them. Eastern Washington was one of them that I think if there's ever a realignment in how college football is done with like a 3-tier system, you think those teams are probably going to be like pushed off to the lower tier,
the third tier.
Yeah.
Well, and that's, it was not a good product on ESPN. It was just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And there's no one in the stands. It looked like high school or something. And shoot, Texas high school looks bigger than that. It's just, not good.
No. So those were the 4 games, and I think there's 5. There's a 5th with North Central, Central, and Southern U that played. But yeah, it was kind of cool having those week 0 games. Wish some of them were a little bit closer.
So speaking of that, we didn't talk about this earlier. We talked about it last week, but we might as well bring it up. 2029, week 0.
Yep.
Griz, South Dakota State, Las Vegas.
That's awesome,
Legion Stadium. How could you not be excited about this? It's so cool. Like, it sucks that it's 2029.
Yeah.
So far away. But like, I've been getting texts and like messages from all sorts of people going, I'm going. You going? Yep, I'm going. Like I haven't been back to Vegas since before my daughter was born. She's 18.
Yeah.
So like that'll be awesome. Like
that's gonna be that's a whole lot of
the Griz bar there. Like that's gonna be off the hook, man.
No, you're gonna get a lot of Griz fans down there. A lot of Griz fans.
And South Dakota State travels well too. Yeah. So like the great thing about Vegas, so like I live in South Dakota, as everybody knows, but both Rapid City and Sioux Falls have direct flights there. I'm sure Missoula's got a direct flight.
Yep.
The thing is like everywhere around the dang country, there's a direct flight to Vegas. So and I don't know about South Dakota State, but there's Griz fans. Like I said, in Kansas City, there's Griz fans. Everywhere you go, there's Griz fans.
Yep.
They're all coming back. Like all the like former players and stuff have been talking to everybody's like, yeah, let's go to Vegas. Let's do this. This is gonna be great. So
that's gonna be a good game. Little revenge tour there for us.
Conspiracy theory that I have. You want to hear this? I haven't told you about this.
Yes.
So we do know that the neighbors and the Bison are also playing
2027.
27.
Yep.
I just thought it was interesting that the top 4 teams that I would say in the FCS all playing this Vegas Classic.
Yep.
You know, I was like, boy, this is interesting that they want to put all these teams in Vegas. Is ESPN trying to tell the rest of the
Mountain West
and like or Pac-12 or mainly Mountain West going, hey, these teams need to be in your conference. They have pull. We're doing this because we know they have pull. Well, and we want to highlight them.
Yeah.
And this Vegas Classic. And I was just like, be interesting that if by 27 we're in the Mountain West all of a sudden, and that's why they're setting these games up because they, know something that we don't know, sort of thing. It just that's my little conspiracy theory that this is interesting.
I'll throw some fire on that. Okay.
All right.
Did you see after? I think it was either after or before that was published. The athletic director of Wyoming basically said that at some point the Big Four were probably going to be a part of the Mountain West.
Yeah, they were in. The money was allocated.
Money was allocated, and then all of a sudden, some schools, Air Force and UNLV, basically had a fit that they wanted that money, and it got voted down because
I
think they got voted down 7-5 because of those two teams.
It was in there to pay for the fee for the FCS, but also help pay for like all the other sports. And from what I hear, we already had the other sports lined up. All 4 schools did. We were like, we're ready. Let's do it.
Yep. Interesting.
Well, it's interesting that ESPN's not going like, hey, you need more like we're gonna, you know what? Here's your 4 new teams. We're gonna go ahead and give them the ESPN Vegas Classic ahead of any of your schools. We're doing that.
Well, wouldn't you want? You're losing San Diego State, and you're losing Boise State.
Yeah,
those are your
Boise's one of your big ones.
Yeah, I mean, those are the 2 biggest brands in football and basketball. Wouldn't you want 4 stellar programs? And one of them is because most of those teams, I would say all 4 of those teams are going to be right away, probably playing and pushing for that top spot in the football. And I think that's why.
Yeah.
And also basketball
the conference. Yeah. And too for attendance. So before we started, we were talking about the record that just got set for season tickets, 19,737.
Yep.
And what were you telling me about that?
If they were in the Mountain West as of today, they would be second in the Mountain West for season ticket holders, only to Boise State. And that was I off the top of my head, I think it was like 60 or 70 season ticket holders.
Yeah. So I mean, we're getting the numbers and stuff. Yeah. It's like we have the environment. It's all right there. Yep. And my biggest thing is we talk about this. You're seeing that separation of power in college football, where you're going to see the big boys rise to this possible super conference. Yep. And then there's going to be this middle tier. That's where the Mountain West people are. That's where we need to be. On our friend's podcast, the Griz Fan Pod, when they talked to Haslam, he even said that. That's the tier we need to be at when it happens. That's where we need to be. And we're trying to gear up for all that.
It just makes sense. It makes sense regionally, too.
It totally does.
It wasn't 60. It was actually 25.
25. Even closer. Jeez.
So yeah.
Hey, by the way, nice job, Griz fans. Holy cow.
Isn't that crazy?
Fell out season tickets at 19,737.
And that's after a down year.
Yes, exactly.
So imagine
people are excited for this season, man. I mean, like things are gonna happen. Things are looking good. So
I think it's gonna be a good year. So,
not to mention you get 8 home games. I mean, I wonder if that had to help too. It's like, holy cow, 8 home games.
Yep.
Like, geez, that's huge. So
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. I can't wait for it. It feels like it's been too long without football.
Well, and it's
right?
just, it's partially too because we have to wait. Wait an extra 2 weeks. It feels like for football.
Yeah, and then
football. It's like,
and then we kill each other with just like talking about it on here on the podcast because it's like you just get ramped up afterwards. So,
well, and you can tell too. People on Twitter are getting ramped up on Facebook or X or whatever the hell, and all of them like. And then here's the other thing that I'm waiting for still too. Where's the hype video? I know
that's true.
It's week 1.
Yeah.
Usually we have it out. Excuse me, during like the camp or something. We haven't seen our hype video yet this year.
No, there's been lots of different videos and pictures, and one that I thought was kind of weird where it was like glitching where I was like, I didn't get that one.
It was
Did
like
you get that?
in and out.
Yeah, I was like, that was like playing with my mind. I'm like, is that a mistake? Like,
yeah,
but
definitely.
I haven't seen it either.
It's got to be coming because every year we do it.
Yeah.
I mean,
one of my favorites would be the week before.
Probably. I mean,
yeah.
One of the ones that was my favorite was when they had separate ways and journey, and stuff, and like that was really cool. And then of course the Cats had to do it a few years later. It was like, dude, we already did that.
Yeah, it can't be original, right?
And then the Cat fans got all butt hurt when I was like, "You unoriginal bastards! Come on, you'd be better than that." But funny. So it's got to be coming because every year they release some kind of hype video or something, and I'm just like patiently waiting. Every time my phone goes off, there's a new tweet or Instagram post from the Montana football. Like, oh, is that it? Oh no, it's just more practice photos.
Yeah,
okay, never mind.
Yep.
So.
Oh man. Well, let's get into some of those things that we've been hearing. Unfortunately, guys, we live out of the state of Montana, but we do have close friends and people.
We've had some boots on the ground at practice.
Boots on the ground. We've
given us some insight.
Exactly. And we have people that we know that give us a glimpse of things too. So we don't personally, but we do have some information. Let's go to the big thing that everybody wants to talk about.
What's that?
The QB situation.
Oh, that's a big deal.
That sometimes, sometimes it's one of those positions. So we're hearing that it is a number QB1 is already decided pretty much, and there's a battle for QB2.
It sounds like we'll just say Ayat's pulling away towards the end of the camp here. Like there's definitely a difference there, and a lot of people that are watching camp and stuff. And, Bobby will never say it, but it feels like Ayat's he's our guy, and he's going to lead the offense this season.
Well, I've heard that the other players are backing him. He's taking more of a leadership role, and he's kind of grabbed that position like what they wanted him to do last year, which I think he did that with scoring 4 touchdowns and getting knocked out. But that's just me. I think that he tried to do that. But
it's possible just because he was younger and what was the chipmunk-looking guy?
Chipmunk?
Yeah, the other quarterback. I can't remember his name.
Oh, Fife?
Fife, yeah. Sorry.
Chipmunk.
Sorry. So Fife. It's possible we had a little battle on there. We saw the arguments between Bobby and some. There was some stuff there, and I think Ayat was still fighting his vocal leadership and just being that leader on the team. He was trying, but it was harder for him. I think he's got that this year. And like you said, the backing the team, I think it helps.
Yep.
And they're going, you be that leader. You're the leader of our offense.
Yep.
The surprising thing, though, that we're hearing
QB2 is 2 guys. Luke
Flowers.
And we're hearing Flowers is probably the forefront of that, which I'm thinking even if that happens. So and this is just what I think, guys. Okay. Would Bobby put a redshirt freshman in that role, or would he go to a guy that is a senior for that position?
So I think this. Bobby's so big about earn it, show me. If Flowers the guy showing him, and that's what it sounds like. He's more taking it and going for it, like the reins, more so than Jensen. It's kind of like the what the heck was his name? I'm blanking now. Our quarterback from like 3 years ago that transferred over to us.
Sneed or
Sneed.
Johnson?
The Sneed.
Yeah.
When Snead took it, they're like, who's the starter? He just took it. Like, I am, And it sounds like Flowers is taking more of that role. Like, I'm the number 2. I'm coming for a yacht spot eventually, sort of thing.
Yeah. I could just see Bobby doing that where he's like, yeah, we just got to have, a guy in there that is the, upperclassman. And then, he can play Bobby ball where he just runs it and plays a defensive, field position and stuff like that. I hope that's not me. That wouldn't happen. But I hope that he wins it out and they just go that way. And
I think it's going to be a yacht starter. Flowers is backup, but I think what we're going to see is Wortham coming in and doing the Wildcat stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
And we're going to see a lot of that. So that's, he's almost 2A. So you have 2A and 2B with Wortham and Flowers, I think.
Yeah.
That's probably what it's going to be
and you're probably going to see that
Wortham can throw too. It's not, he doesn't just have to run the
yeah.
So,
and expect that soon too, to get that film on for other teams that have to prepare for that as well.
That's one thing Bobby likes to throw out in the first few games is weird. Someone will be like, wait, do you ever see
weird packages?
He throws it out there.
Yep.
Just so they have to practice it.
Well, that first game last year where they played 2 running backs on each side of the quarterback, and we're like, we've been saying that all the time, and then they never did ever again.
Yeah,
just to have it out
have
there.
3 in the back there at one point. 3 running backs.
3 was one time. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So it's again, Bobby doesn't like to show all his cards, but he also likes to show
just enough
crazy stuff that he's like, oh, here they'll have to practice this. Just like the swinging gate thing. He does it just so the other teams have to practice it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's the position that what we're hearing with that. Defensive line, we're hearing is gonna
Ramos
be
is the clear D tackle, nose tackle starter. Like he's the leader right now on the defensive line.
Yeah, and then you got Bailey there as well.
Mm-hmm.
That is the transfer from Utah State. I think he's kind of slimmed down as well from when he came in, so that's always good because he was a big guy. I think he was like 6'3", 310 or something. Now he's like in the lower 300s. So
there was a video, I think. Is it Sean Rainey that put it out, or one kid from K-Pax, Kyle? Maybe Kyle Hansen. Yeah, I think he put it out. He was interviewing the D line and stuff, and just showing some of their practice footage. And that unit's coming together well. It seems like.
Yeah.
They have a lot of camaraderie and stuff, and they might surprise us at how far they've come along from where I thought they were going to be. Yeah. So I'm excited to see what they can do because I think we could be a little surprised with how well they've developed already. But
and that is just saying the unit that I'm most excited for, which I hope I am right about this, is the linebacker crew, that we have some dogs on that. Torbert, we got Wing. I'm going to really get this name wrong, the Taliopiopu or something like that, the transfer from USC.
Connection. Yeah.
And then, you've got backups in Clay Oven and Opitz and stuff like that. And then you've got Oluski, who didn't need surgery and is out there playing, which we thought, the spring game, he was like, ooh, that didn't look good.
Right.
So
we're going to be nasty at linebacker.
We are.
It's going to be blowing people up. I mean, linebacker use stuff like that we like to see. It's going
to be interesting to see. You're not going to see. Are we going to see 37 on defense, or are we going to see more 37 on special teams?
You might. So here's interesting. You say that. So, was at the Central States Fair this weekend in Rapid City, South Dakota. Ran into some Griz fans from Missoula that I know and stuff. Anyways, we're talking about that 37, and they were like, "Hey, it's interesting that they gave it to a lower classman and." Isn't it supposed to be like a senior and stuff? I was like, whoa, hold up. Actually,
that's how it started.
Used to be that's how it was. It used to be a freshman. In fact, I remember when Andy Pedic gave it to Cichet, like he was a freshman. It was like always who's that best upcoming guy. So they'd have it for 3-4 years, and you'd get to know that 37.
Yeah,
it wasn't until the last recent history that guys started just passing it to the next best senior sort of thing. So I was kind of pumped when they gave it to Clay. It's okay that he's not the starter and stuff.
Yeah.
But sometimes you give it to that younger guy and it's like you have to rise up to that number.
Yeah.
It just elevates you and stuff. So he'll be in the rotation, but I agree. We're gonna still see him on special teams,
blowing
people up and stuff too.
Exactly. So yeah, that room is really exciting. The safety room,
Deep,
I hear
deep
is
at
very
safety.
deep,
Yeah.
very deep. All this, we can say this is deep and this is deep. What's going to happen, and we can get into this later, so I'll hold on that. But safeties we're hearing are deep, and there's some dogs in there too as well with Wilkinson. I heard he is going to lay some smack down as well. The transfer from Idaho, I believe.
Yep.
And then Harper as well. The transfer from, I think it was BYU, right?
I'd have to look. I can't remember.
I believe it's BYU. So also the cornerback room. What have you heard about the cornerback room, Luke?
It sounds like we do have 4 legit starters that are going to rotate through. I think like Loud is just poised to even be better.
He's got to be at least a second teamer this year, right? Like coming back, so. I would think so.
Well, and like we got not just Loud, but God dang, I am blanking.
So I'll get it up here.
What's his name's brother that's back? That oh man, I am just struggling tonight.
The transfer from Illinois. Yeah, I'm blanking too, dude.
Hang on. This is driving me nuts.
Sorry, I'm getting it up here.
Ford.
Yeah.
I was
going to say Green for some
Prince Ford.
There you
right?
go.
So like last year, I thought he was going to be one of our breakout guys. He wasn't. But I still think he's poised to be that, and he's going to be one of those guys in the rotation too that could be. I mean, like, look what his brother did. It was just, I mean, all those picks and stuff, and boy, it'd be nice to start seeing some more of that. And I think our corner room is going to be solid. And what we're hearing, like I said, we got 4 solid corners this year.
So you got Keon Loud, you got Prince Ford, Kenzel Lawler, who had some time there.
Lawler did. He showed signs. So
Justice Breston, which is I believe a JUCO guy, and then Elijah Brady. Elijah Brady was the guy out of Washington. He is a redshirt sophomore. So, and then Sage Salopek out of Seattle. And then the another JUCO, Rashid Mansour, I believe, if I'm saying that right. And then another DB, DeAndre Gentry, which I heard he's going to be really good.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they burn. He's a freshman. I don't know if they redshirt him, but I heard he is.
Well, he's kind of
He's like Loud where
Loud last year. Just all of a sudden he's doing so well. You're like, okay, we got to put him in. Like you can't
exactly.
Not. So
yeah. So he's from Texas. So
over the other side of the ball.
What's that?
You want to jump over to the offense?
Well, let's. I want to say something about I know we're like ragging on the defense, saying they're going to be great. They're going to be great. I've also heard that the talent level last year, and you tell me if you agree with this, Luke. The talent level was not there on defense. In some positions, we were slower. It wasn't the guys were great. They're great guys. We were just not as athletic enough, and we were not as fast enough to play what we were playing in the 3-3-5.
It shows you that when we had to switch to a zone and, sort of, if you will, dumb down the defense a little bit and make it a little simpler, which worked. Like they simplified it because it's a complicated defense.
Yeah.
They did that, and all of a sudden our defense started improving, which, I'm glad the coaches did that.
Yep.
But yeah, what we're hearing is they're not having to do that, and they're moving fast.
Yep.
And these guys are a bunch of trash talkers out there, and they're just like at each other, and they're motivating each other. And these transfers that have come in, they've just like morphed right into the team and are helping lead it, and just raising everybody else's play up as well with them. And so I'm excited to see these guys fly around. I think they're gonna be flying around and just taking heads off, and it's gonna be exciting to see what this defense is gonna do.
It is, and so let's say that they're already more athletic than what they were. That's gonna make your defense better at some point, better with what you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Our defense is so difficult. It is hard for just someone to jump in there.
Right.
So that's why I caution. Like I think we could be great on defense. But as also, it depends on how well these guys learn the system and get acquainted to it, because our best defense in 2023 were guys that were in that system for 4 or 5 years, learning that system. So I would pump the brakes on people if you're thinking, hey, we're going to be right out of the gates. I think this is going to build. It's going to be a slow build where you're going to see flashes, and then each week you're going to see getting better at certain things until the end, and that's what you want.
Right. Yeah. I still think we're going to see a better defense off the start than we did last year. That's what I'm going, is that out of the gate, I think we're going to see the defense playing better sooner than it did last year. Again, that's like you said, it's going to keep building and building. Another benefit, I think, is we have Coach Bear coming back.
Yeah, I think you're going to get a lot more pressure on the quarterback this year than we did last year.
Well, I agree. And Bear, he understands this defense and how it's supposed to work better than anybody.
Yep.
And bringing him back in, I was like, man, this is great, because he can give his insight to Houck and stuff, Tim Houck.
Yep.
And just on how it should work, and the players and stuff, because he has such good insight. Where when you bring other coaches in too, they have to learn it as well. It's not just the players. They got to understand the voodoo defense of the 3-3-5. And so bringing in guys that understand it, like Coach Bear, that can also help teach it, I think that's huge as well.
Yeah. That's awesome to have him back.
Yeah, I agree.
Really awesome. So, let's go to the offensive side of the ball.
Okay.
I know we talked about the quarterback position.
Yeah, you jumped right to defense.
See, well, that's like me. That's what I look at. Okay,
I like it. I love talking defense, man. You don't have to pull my arm.
we got the quarterback. Then let's go to the defense, because that's what's going to win you championships, and that's what we're here for.
I love it.
Another thing that's going to win championships is that offensive line.
Yes.
So let's go there. We're hearing we've got some guys that were
left side is strong. Center
left side is strong. Yep. And the right side is in working.
Strong. Right tackle, we're working on it.
Yep.
So
also with that position, guys, is we're going to need some guys. With a 12 weeks straight, we're going to need multiple guys on that line, even though if you listen to Norcross, the new O-line coach, he does not like playing flipping guys through.
Right.
He likes to decide on a group and play them until he has to switch.
Right. This is our family. This is the group. These are the guys.
Go.
Which I agree with you. It creates that cohesive unit, that plays together well. I still think, let's say, I'm going to call it right tackle. Let's say you do have to rotate 2 guys there just to get guys playing time and stuff. I don't think that's terrible. Like if you're getting 2 rotate, but it's rotating that whole line through that can really screw things up. When you get, let's say, 2 tackles, not a big deal. Especially when you're getting towards the end of the line there. Because we also incorporate our tight ends to line play.
Yep.
They're really an extension of the offensive line.
Yep.
So, I like that, though. I do like the fact that you have one unit that plays together, because then they start understanding each other's tendencies and how they play. And then, too, our running backs
communication
understand how they're going to block and the timing of the blocks and how they're going to open up. Because I know we're not there yet, but we got Finoti and Gilman, who are both unbelievable. That, my God, what the type of 1-2 punch that we have there. We were all freaked out last year that Gilman was going to be gone, and he comes back. I know he had money, but he came back.
Had big money.
He wants to be a Grizzly.
Yep.
And he could have a Walter Payton Award winner season. I mean, this could be huge for him.
Yeah.
Not to mention Finoti. I mean, God, that guy he started jumping off the page last year, and it's like, what a good problem to have. To go, okay, we got to give them both touches, and I think that's going to be, our 1-2 punch really.
Well, and I think what I've heard is that Finoti, he's not at the point where Eli is, but he's working to surpass that. Right? He's bigger. He's gained some weight.
He's our Osmo this year. I mean,
he's our Osmo. He's the guy that looks for heads and gives the blows. And so. I can't wait. And then you've got Stevie Rocker Jr. that's done everything, who is a different back. I think he's more of like the guy that you could throw it to that has really good hands outside of the backfield. So each of these guys, they're not the same back. They do some things differently than each other. So
they all have their unique
exactly
talents that we can exploit. And exploit on other teams. So
it'll be interesting to see who gets those carries, how they do it, if it's by who they're playing, if they're doing it by game plan, how that happens. I would expect you to probably do anywhere between 15 for Gilman, 10, 11 for Fenoti, and maybe one
Gilman,
or two
I think,
to
will
Rocker.
still get the lion's share of the care. I mean, as far as like,
you would hope so.
50-50. It's going to be more like 70-30 sort of thing.
Yeah.
So
yeah. And I think that they're probably going to still stay under that 20 carry rule.
Well,
that they
Bobby always says that, like, especially with no bye.
Yeah.
We're playing for playoffs and championships, so you're not going to, burn them up. And that's why, like, that middle of the season game against Sacred Heart, don't be surprised if, some guys get that game off. And that's their bye. They're, we're going to go ahead and give Eli that game off and let Stevie Rocker run the rock the whole game. Or in that case, Luke Flowers might start that game. Hey, you go. You played this one. That's the game in my mind, because it's the middle of the season where our bye could be.
Yep.
That we could see a lot of guys that didn't get a lot of playing time.
I hope that happens.
I hope it does too.
I think that would be the smart thing developmentally, and also just keeping it not a bye week, but keeping your guys healthy. So, let's see here. Do you want to go over who Central Washington plays this week?
Well, no, we're not done with the offense yet.
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm getting excited.
Get ahead of yourself.
Hey, let's get to probably the other group other than the running backs. I'm excited for is the tight end group.
Okay.
And
I'm excited. You were going to say the wide receiver group, because that's something else that I want to talk about too. All right.
But the most appealing kind of area that the tight end group that I'm thinking of is we've got a guy that's been there in Schaefer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got a bunch of guys like that. Titus Rohr is huge.
Yeah.
He is like 6'6", 260. He is a giant.
He's a beast.
Can he stay healthy? And how, like, my gosh, like, can you imagine him catching a ball?
He's going to be one that
ran
catches,
over.
Hopefully, catches and just starts trucking people.
Oh my gosh!
Get out of his way!
Oh,
the big old diesel big rigs coming through here.
So that's kind of like the area where I'm like, okay, that's kind of it's got my attention.
Sure.
And I think we've got a lot of guys that could solidify those spots. I'm not worried about that spot. But yeah, I am super excited for the wide receivers. So
I think the reason I'm not too worried about the tight end room is because we have so many weapons at running back and wide receiver.
Yep.
That, let's say their catching abilities aren't, I think we're going to use them much more as that extends to the offensive line. And then here's where we're going to get them is when people are paying so much attention to our other things out here. That's when you're slipping them right up the freaking seam there. And here you go.
Yep.
So, yeah.
So the next group, wide receivers. I am so tired of the media like bashing the Griz because it's been constant, right? They don't bring anybody back. They don't have a quarterback. They don't have this. Poor Gilman. He's the only guy that they have coming back.
Our defense is just full of nobodies and stuff.
Yeah, we don't have anybody on defense. Like
the only thing they got, the only thing we have is Eli Gilman. That's all they got.
Yeah, that's all they have.
Peyton Wing, because he came from Portland State and he's an All-American. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
They don't understand the talent that we have there.
I don't think so.
They have no clue the raw speed and talent that we have there that's going to blow their minds.
They're gonna find out.
Yeah, they're gonna find out fast. Brooks Davis just continues to grow and make catches.
Someone who's a friend of the pod, friend of pods, people I've talked to that watched camp, said that Brooks Davis had the best camp out of any player.
Yep.
Number one camp.
Yep.
So, and we know that he put that work in the
summer.
the summer. That's again, we talked about this in other pods. If you want to be great, you got to put in the work when no one's looking.
Yep.
And a lot of guys on the team this year did it because they got that sniff a few years ago, the national championship, and they didn't accomplish their goals last year. And I think a lot of guys are pissed off about that. And even younger guys and people that are coming in, they know, like, hey, we're coming here because that's what we want to do.
Exactly.
We want to play for championships.
Yep.
So there's a lot of work getting done, more than anybody will ever see in the off season, and it's paying off. And that's why, guys like this, part of the reason we talk about Brooks is because he didn't start playing ball until he was like a junior, I think.
Yeah.
And so
he's still learning the game.
Yeah.
He's still learning the game. He's got the talent. I think he was like a baseball player. So he kind of has that.
I hear that from people that are just watching him at camp.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's the thing. I think we have the problem on our wide receiver room. And tell me if you agree with this, is we have so many weapons. It's going to be going, how do we get them all the ball? It's like,
yeah, that's what we talked about off the pod is who's going to get, who's going to get those starting positions, because
you got Wortham,
you got Wortham,
quasi slot guy. It can be quarterback. It could be all over the place. You want to get him involved, and
he's your Swiss Army knife guy there, can go any spot. So, and then you got Bohan, the transfer from Kennesaw State.
Henderson,
which I've heard from all accounts, he's
really
good hands.
Yeah, and a good blocker too in the run game. So,
yep. And then you got Hendricks, the transfer from Arizona State.
Yep.
Which we've heard last year when he was coming that he was legit, bigger body, totally had that Power 5 wide receiver body, and was super fast.
Yeah.
And then you got Bridges, where we saw hit flashes with him.
Yeah. Look at the South Dakota State game. It was like, whoa. Yeah.
Should have probably had that catch where it was in and out of his hands. But super raw talent, super, super fast. And then you got one guy that gets overlooked in Drew Deck, where this is his senior season.
Who could be in that room.
So,
and then you got young guys like Cameron Guernsey that are coming up, and there's a lot of people there that could.
It's gonna be interesting to see what they do with that position, because it is the most widely underknown aspect of the Griz lineup. But probably, if you're a true Griz fan, probably one that you're like salivating over because of the talent.
And that's why I think, right away, most teams at the beginning of the season, we're going to see 7, 8 in the box, because they're going to think they're just, according to the media, they're just going to give the ball to Eli Gilman. That's all they got is Eli Gilman.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like, what it reminds me of, and this is what we could see, is back in the day, Walter Payton with the Bears.
Yep.
Teams would just key on him so much, and that's why other wide receivers, other guys were constantly open.
Yep.
Because they would just follow wherever he'd go. That's what they just assume, well, you're going to give it to Walter, and Eli's our Walter Payton, and so like they're going to be keying off him so much that it's going to open up so much for everybody else.
And Ayat's been working on his deep pass all summer long.
Yeah. So there's and then with the speed we have. Yeah. Oh man, if that timing gets right, watch out for some bombs, some quick deep plays and big yardage. So
then, and if you start getting that, then that just opens up the run game.
Yeah, that's just it.
And then that opens it up for Drew Deck for the slot, like your wide receiver, and it's going to be
the offense stays in the field, keeps our defense fresh. Baby.
Yep.
Hell yeah. So yeah.
So those are kind of the synopsis of where we think, where the offense and the defense is. We've got a kicker in Morrison.
He's okay.
I think he's going to be okay, and he's doing punting and kicking. We've got a long snapper in Peibel, which probably he's going to be an All-American. Probably
Peibel's fine. It's more of our field goal kicking game. If there's anything I was worried about, it's that.
Yeah.
So
it's going to be interesting to see. I can't wait for it to get here.
And we get to wait 2 more weeks. So,
I know, right?
Yay. Or a week and a half, I guess, because it's, it is halfway through this.
Halfway through, yeah.
And at least next week, you get a 4-day weekend. Most of us get a 3-day weekend. So, yeah.
I got to get my to-do list done so I can actually watch football on the weekend.
There you go. Yeah, you better get that done. Get that list done. Get that.
So, guys, just to let you guys know, we play Central Washington on September 6th. It is a night game at 6 o'clock. It's a blackout game. So I'll kind of, Luke, you said this, so I wonder who they play this week. They do play this week. They play on Thursday.
It's Thursday.
They play on a Thursday day game, Thursday at 1.
That's
in Ellensburg, Washington. They play Colorado Mesa.
I wonder if there's any way we can watch that game.
Probably not.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
It does say Flow College. I don't know what Flow College is.
I got Flow Sports.
Okay, so they have Flow College on there, so you can watch it.
Oh, sweet. All right, I'll take because I have Flow Sports for hockey. So,
so a lot of their games are on Flow College.
Sweet. They even have on demand for that. So
there you go.
Cool. I should be able to check that game out then.
So you'll let us know.
I'll have to get a little scouting report on it then. Yeah.
There you go.
Absolutely.
So that's what we know of Central Washington. We'll break it down probably next week with the pod that we have next week, guys. But we do have a lot of fan questions, Griz fan questions here. So I'm going to get Griz up, and I think you have
pick the Big Sky first.
Oh, yes. Let's pick the Big Sky. Sorry, I totally forgot. God.
Yeah, so we were going to this year, since I think we just decided this, since the Griz don't have a game this week, we're going to start picking all the Big Sky games and then see who does the best. We're still going to do our weekly pick the score of the Griz game and rank each other there. But we thought, you know what? Let's just pick all the Griz, all the Big Sky games too. So,
and I think I owe you I think you beat me the last 2 years. So I think I owe you lots of beers.
We'll figure that out. Don't worry about that. So, all right. I got it up here. So,
okay, you got it up.
Game, we got Chadron State from Chadron, Nebraska. Now, if you see it says CH, people say Chadron. It's Chadron. My wife actually got her undergrad there before she went to Missoula.
Oh, nice.
So Chadron State goes to Northern Colorado. So D2 versus Northern Colorado.
Oh, I'm going to say I hope Northern Colorado wins that game. They've got to win that game.
I'm going to say Northern Colorado, but here's a cool thing about Chadron State. They did go into Bozeman one year and beat them. So
what? When was that?
God, like 10 or 12 years ago.
Really?
Yeah. Went in there and beat the Cats. So.
Oh, that's funny.
All right. So speaking of the Cats, they're all don't leave us out and stuff. They're going to Oregon this weekend, number 7.
I'm sorry, they're gonna get sloshed. I told a coworker whose son's on the team, I'm like, are you guys ready to get bamboozled? And she's like, nope, we're gonna win. I'm like, what? No, like seriously, like come on.
This
isn't
us taking out Washington.
No, Oregon is ranked in aren't they ranked in the top 5?
Yeah, they're number 7 right now.
Yeah, like
so on the CBS Sports app, it says Oregon's number 7 in the nation. So
yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, Big Ten Network, 2 p.m.
Yeah,
so
yeah, that's not gonna happen.
So far with the state. All right, so then we got Weber State is going to the James Madison Dukes.
Oh, that's James Madison. They're gonna They're gonna kill
JMU.
Weber State.
Yeah, they're gonna destroy them.
Yeah.
Okay, game of the week. This is this next one. Sacramento State versus South Dakota State. I'm taking
the Jacks too because I just don't believe in Sac State.
I think they're frauds.
I think it's just going to be
Okay, here's a big one. I didn't know about this. This is great. After week 1 and what happened, we now have Eastern Washington going down and taking on Incarnate Word.
That's going to be a good game.
Yeah,
I know that.
I'm going to take Eastern. I'm taking Eastern.
You know, I'm going to take Incarnate Word because I think they're just going to have a little bit better. I think it's going to be a close game.
Right.
Though.
I think after Nichols, I'm like, man, you just never know.
I want to take Eastern, but I'm going to take Incarnate Word on that one.
And then, oh boy, our poor friends up in Portland State, they're taking on BYU.
Oh, you forgot one.
Oh, I don't think so.
Cal Poly and San Diego.
Oh no, that's next. Don't worry.
Okay, sorry. I'm on somewhere else and I'm looking at it. I'm sorry. Portland State and BYU.
Yeah.
BYU.
So BYU's favored by 44.5 right now.
Oh my gosh, 44.5.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It doesn't have the line out for any other ones, but that one is out, and BYU is favored by 44.5. But yeah,
I would say over. If they just got scored by Tarleton State by 42.
Yeah. Boy, that's going to be rough. Okay, then you got Cal Poly taking on San Diego.
I'm going to say Cal Poly.
I'm going to say San Diego.
Okay. I think it's going to be a close one.
I think so,
Cal Poly, you've got to win that game. You cannot lose to a
Pioneer School. But San Diego's been to playoffs a few times, and they've surprised people. That's why I'm taking them. Okay. Then we've got Idaho State taking on Southern Utah.
That's in Southern Utah. I'm taking Idaho State.
Me too.
If they want a challenge for the Big Sky or they want to make the playoffs, they've got to win that game.
I agree. And after last weekend, how they played against UNLV, I think I feel like Idaho State.
Yeah,
I agree with you.
Yeah.
All right. Next game we have Davis taking on Utah Tech, formerly Dixie State.
I say Davis.
Yep, I agree. Davis.
Isn't it interesting? Those two last teams that we talked about are going to be a part of the Big Sky now.
Right? Yeah, no, that's kind of yeah. It's interesting how we've all been kind of playing them lately. So.
Yeah.
All right, then we've got Northern Arizona taking on Arizona State.
Ooh.
Number 11. Ooh. Arizona State.
They're number 11?
Yep.
Really? Oh man. I'm going to say Arizona State, but I really I am probably a closet fan of Northern Arizona this year, just because I think they have they're really talented this year.
They did. It was a few years ago. Didn't they beat Arizona?
Yeah, they did.
Almost beat them or something.
Yeah, it was really close. Yeah.
So Arizona State says they're favored by 28.5, and it's supposed to be a balmy 106.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
106.
They play inside, don't they? Tempe? No, they play
outside. That's outside.
Boy, that's gonna be brutal.
That's hard.
Northern Arizona, they're in the mountains. I mean, it's cold. Flagstaff's like our weather. So
yeah, and they're in a dome, aren't they?
Yeah.
Northern Arizona. Oh man.
All right. Last game of the week. The Idaho Vandals are taking on Wazoo down in Pullman. I'm taking Wazoo.
I'm taking Wazoo, but I hope Idaho beats them.
I don't. I'm a closet Wazoo fan. I got a lot of family on my brother's side that all went to Wazoo and stuff. And my brother was actually one of the architects when they redesigned the football stadium.
Cool.
Locker room and the weight room. And so we root for Wazoo. But they're favored by 13.5. So, yeah.
You know what?
We got a few differences there. That's good.
Yeah. You know what's sad? Washington State, their games are on the CW.
I know.
Isn't that sad? Like, the Pac-12, where have you gone?
The wild thing about this game is like Moscow and Washington and Pullman are separated like 15 miles. It's literally just like it's a border war. I mean, they're right next to each other. So it should be a good game. It's 8 p.m. on the CW. I'll be watching it.
So Eastern Washington, they play that Friday against Boise State.
When?
So September 5th, that next week.
Oh, the next week, yeah.
Yeah, they play at Boise State.
They need those money games, man.
Goodness, they play at Texas and then go to Boise.
They need the money games. Money games, man. Need the money.
That is nuts.
We know they're hurting for coin, so.
Dang. Crazy.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. Did you write those down?
Yeah, sure did.
Okay, I was like, I did not write those down.
Yeah, so. I was writing it. I told you I'll put them on a spreadsheet. We got them every week. I got them all written down here. So
nice.
Just gonna look real quick.
I got to get on here on eGriz to get those.
North Dakota State's playing the Citadel. South Dakota's playing Iowa State. Well, that'll be a good game.
Yeah, well,
Iowa State looked good last week. So. Oh, geez. And then North Dakota's playing Kansas State.
Yeah. There's a lot of good, like
Missouri Valley a little bit there. So.
FCS, FBS games.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So we got some questions. You want to go to questions on here? On
sure.
eGriz?
Yeah.
We got them on eGriz here.
Sounds good. I got the ones for Twitter /X. So.
Okay. So this is Griz and Minnesota. Or Griz and MN. So I'm thinking it's probably Minnesota. It says, after going 12-0, but only winning games by 20 points instead of 30 or 40, what point do fans turn on Coach Houck and the coaching staff?
What?
Uh-huh. Says so he or she thinks we're going to go 12-0, but only win games by 20 points instead of 30 or 40. At what point do fans turn on Coach Houck and the coach?
If you go 12-0,
if we're 12-0 and we're beating teams by 20 points, I don't think we're going to be turning on them.
That means we're beating the Cats and Davis and Idaho. And yeah, I mean, I don't care if I don't care if we go 12-0 and beat them all by 7.
Yeah.
We go 12-0. It's like, okay. Now, I think what they're going at is like, we're playing Central Washington. We're playing Sacred Heart. Like those teams, yes, we should be putting 20 plus more points on. But, as we were just talking with some of the weapons and stuff we have, we should be scoring a lot of points. But at the same time, don't screw it up. If you're ahead,
Well, and I think you
step on your throat, guy, and just finish it off. But at the same time, I don't know. If you're 12-0, you're 12-0. If we're 12-0, there's no way that we're going fire Bobby Houck. It's
no.
It's who we got in the playoffs, and let's keep going. Let's go to not Frisco. Let's go to Nashville, baby.
Yeah.
So.
Well, having 12-0, like it is extremely hard going undefeated in a season. Yeah. No matter who you are, Alabama, whatever. So, if they turn out to be 8-5, yeah, I think you could probably see Coach Houck being on the hot seat. Definitely.
If we go 8-5,
9-5,
I'd say
9-3, 9-4. Definitely. That's probably going to be
9-3. Sorry,
9-3 because we have 12 games.
Yeah, 9-3.
9-3.
I'd say 8-4. 8-4 were.
That's hot seat.
Yeah. 9-3. You're getting close because
because you got eight home games.
Yeah.
If you don't win all, that means we don't win all of our home games, or we win all of our home games and we lose all of our road games.
Yeah. So it's just doesn't make sense. That don't make sense.
So Everett Griz, over or under on Griz win. Line is set at 10.5.
Oh boy.
I would say.
Oh boy.
I would feel more comfortable if that line was at 10. I would say over. I would say right at that line. So I would say under 10.5.
I'm gonna say over.
You're gonna say over?
I think we're gonna 11-1.
Okay. I think we're gonna go at 10-2, but that's just me.
Yeah, one of the two. I think it's 10-2. Anything. So here's what I'll say. If we go 9-3, I'm super disappointed.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because
9-2 at the worst is what we should see this season. I really think it's gonna be 11-1.
Because look, if you're losing 3 games, I'm pulling up the schedule here. 3 games.
Yeah.
What games are you losing?
We discussed this. Yeah, it's like that's what I'm saying. Like again, the Griz Cat game. That's a toss up there. I do think we're at home. That gives us the advantage, and we should win that game.
So Central Washington, that's a win.
Mm-hmm.
North Dakota, I think that's going to be a closer one, but I think that's actually I don't think that's going to be a closer one. I think it's going to be 14, 20 points.
Yeah,
I think Griz want revenge on that game.
I think so. They do after we, flubbed it last year when we were up big at the half and just let it go. So
yeah, Indiana State. Yeah, they play in the Mountain West, but they have not been able to put together a full season.
They don't play in the Mountain West. They put in the Mountain.
Missouri Valley. Sorry, Missouri Valley. Did I say Mountain West? Missouri Valley.
Yeah, you did say Mountain West.
Whoops. Sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, they're the that's a W.
Yep. Idaho.
We should win that game.
We should win that game. It's a new coaching staff.
That's not the game I'm worried about.
No, I'm worried about the game following it. Idaho State at Pocatello.
I'm not worried about that one either.
Okay, so that's a win. Cal Poly.
Win.
Sacred Heart.
Win.
Sac State.
Question mark. We said this earlier.
That's gonna be.
We don't know.
That's gonna be at Sac State at 8:30.
And no one knows who they are.
ESPN2.
Yeah, and no one knows who they are.
Yep. And then you got Weber State.
I'll feel better about that game one way or the other once we see them play South Dakota State this weekend.
Exactly. Me too. Weber State.
Win.
Weber State is horrible. Did they fire their coach or is he on the hot seat this year?
I don't know, but they're not good.
like we should not have lost to them last year.
Yeah, ever since their coach left, that's been not good.
Yeah. Eastern Washington.
Win.
Portland State.
Win. They're terrible.
Okay? And then you got the brawl.
Yeah.
So you look at that.
You don't play Davis this year?
No.
Oh shit! Yeah, so like the two games I'm worried about are Sac State. Sorry about the language. Sac State and the Cats. That's the two games, and Idaho because it's a rivalry game.
Yeah,
but that's what could be. I mean, even though that one, it's just again, it's really Sac State and the Cats. So
so those three games that you have, like you cannot lose those three games that are not, and those aren't even coin flips.
No,
like the Sac State is a coin flip.
It's a coin flip just because we don't know who they are. Right?
Yeah, but I think your favorite in the Idaho game.
I agree.
At 8:15 on ESPN2 at home, you're favored in that game.
You're favored, absolutely,
and you're expected to win that game. So,
this is what
9 and 3. People are going to be pissed.
Yeah. There's no way. So
yeah. All right, that was a long-ended question, but I think we went over that really well.
Yeah, I concur.
Griz and Minnesota also writes, what will define Montana's identity this year?
I'll tell you what. Badass linebackers and a hell of a running game and some receivers that no one saw coming.
I'm going to say a rejuvenated defense that is balls out fast and wanting to kill the quarterback, and a quarterback that we have that people are like, oh wow, we do have a quarterback now, and it's going to be opening up, kind of like what you just said, opening up things for other places on the offensive side.
Yeah, I think with the talent around it's going to be like, hey man, go have fun.
Just go play football. Just have fun.
Football.
Yep.
Get it to your people. They'll take care of it.
Yep.
So,
Griz and Minnesota. Hopefully, I'm saying that right.
Another one?
He's got which under the radar player will surprise fans this year? Can I do an offense and a defense on this one?
Sure. We got something similar to this too later on.
Okay. So I think on defense, Torbert's going to surprise people on the linebacker from Eastern Illinois. And I think you shouldn't be surprised by this because we've been talking about it. I think Brooks Davis is going to have an awesome year.
Well, I think Davis is going to be the number one. I mean, on offense, I agree. Gosh. It's a hard question. I think at linebacker, Tulio Pupu. I can't say his name.
Ooh, I think you got close on that one.
I think he's gonna be a really big surprise because people aren't gonna be like, "Who's this guy?" And all of a sudden, people are there's gonna be chanting his name, and he's gonna be blowing stuff up. And
they're just gonna say "poo-poo," like chanting their name.
We're gonna see a lot of just.
There you go.
We got the Hawaiian connection on offense and defense, and I love it. We got.
Yep.
It's. I think he's gonna be a big playmaker for us. So.
Yep. Wolf 777. Who's Luke hanging his hat on as the DT or defensive end that will step up and lead the front?
Ramos, 100%.
Okay. What defensive end are you leaning on?
Ooh. That's a good question.
I think you want mine. I know the guy's not asking for me, but I think Mana Afa.
See, he'll be better. I think
Mana Afa and then Mason. Because I think they're going to move I think they're moving Mason from DT to defensive end.
Oh, really?
That's what I've heard. That they're trying to get him at defensive end. Jake, the transfer from Washington.
Oh, okay. I got you.
So
I'm just sorry.
And then you got the guy from, I think, Carroll.
That's the kid.
What's his face? Hunter. Is it Peck? Isn't it Peck?
I think it is Peck. I was looking for the kid from Carroll. Sorry.
Yeah.
Feel bad.
It's like Hunter Peck, isn't it? Hunter Peck?
Let's see here. What the heck numbers? Yeah, Hunter Peck, number 56. That's the kid. Is he the one from Carroll? He's from Windsor, Colorado.
Yeah, he's the transfer from Carroll.
Yeah, that's the kid that I think is going to be. Ramos is going to be our leader, and then Peck is going to be a big surprise for everybody. And they're going to be like, holy buckets, 6'2", 252. They're going to have him out there in the defensive end. I think he's going to surprise people. He was blowing people up in the NAIA, and now he gets his chance for the Griz, an FCS, and that's the one I want. I like a DN. But Ramos is the leader on that defensive line.
Yeah.
He's our guy. He's our stronghold. He's leading them. So
yep, and he's put in the work, man. I think we had him on the podcast at one time. So
I was not here then. That's
definitely awesome. A cool guy.
That's awesome.
What does the pregame route? And this is Wolf 777 still his second part of his question. What does the pregame routine or plans look like in your households for 3 night games this year, being in the Central Time Zone? I'm not in the Central Time Zone. I'm in the
Mountain Time Zone, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like so I have kids. I have 2 kids that are in the ages 7 and 11. My son likes to watch football with me and we'll stay up, and my daughter would rather play, drawing and dress up, and she'll say go Griz and yucky cats, even though she loves cats. But no, those night games are nice because then I can just not have to. I don't watch games when it's during the day games. I spend time with my kids, and so I'll watch them at night and not look at my phone. Yeah. And so I watch the games like twice before then to kind of go over things. But I try to have family time as family time. So
yeah, I love night games. Well, our family, what we do is we have our bigger, we have 2 TVs, one upstairs because we have a split level that's smaller, and we have a really big one downstairs. It's like, it's 72 inch or 80, and it's huge. Nice. It's the biggest one I could put on the damn wall. So we'll watch it down there. We'll have it on both TVs though, in case you have to go upstairs. So you still have the game on no matter where you go in the house.
Nice.
Now, if the Griz are struggling, a lot of times my family will leave and go upstairs because I am getting pretty excited and I don't sit.
Yeah.
And I'm, acting like I'm tackling people and ridiculous things like that and hollering. Yep. And so sometimes they'll go up there, but a lot of times they'll stay downstairs too, and they like to holler and stuff because we're all big fans. The interesting game this year, that's night game, is that Sac State game. So I'm actually going to be steelhead fishing in Southern Washington the later half of that week with my dad.
Oh.
And so we're already going, okay, where are we going to go to watch the game? And I think the closest bar is in Lewiston, Idaho. So we're going to drive up to Lewiston, Idaho, because luckily it's on ESPN2 to watch the game.
Yep.
And I think my brother's going to be down there with us too. So we're all going to go on Friday night, go up there and watch it after fishing all day and enjoy the game at some bar. My dad was a little worried. He's like, hey, you think they'll put it on? I'm like, it's the night game, ESPN2. Every bar in America is going to have that damn game on at some point.
Yeah. Well, they are. 8:30.
Yeah, Lewiston's close enough. We just say, hey, you put it on ESPN2. They're going to put it on ESPN2 as long as we're,
buying
food and drinks from them. And that's what happens. So,
yeah. Next one, Beware the D. He's a good guy. He's always been sending us some questions.
Very cool.
He says, hi guys, big fan of the podcast. Always tune in every week. My wife and I welcome our first son into the world about a week ago. So congratulations, man.
Freaking awesome.
Exactly. Griz Nation gained another diehard, and he will be getting into Wa Griz as soon as possible.
Very
cool. If he could bring the noise like he currently does at 2 a.m., and we might be breaking decibel records. Anyways, I have had a hard time not yelling at the TV when the Griz are playing. I will have to show some restraint. This might be one of the most challenging issues of parenthood I'll have to deal with. Do you have any advice for me? Then he has a couple other questions here. Also, I'd love to hear your MVP picks for the offense and defense. Thanks, guys. Looking forward to listening this week.
So I was just saying, the TV upstairs and another TV downstairs.
Yep.
Let your wife and daughter go up there, and then you can go downstairs and yell all you want. Like, get 2 TVs. Yep. That is very key.
Maybe even like a hat that you can scream into.
Or just go out into the garage if you need to yell a little bit. Or most of the time, here's the great thing about being a Griz fan. Like, the majority of the time, we're excited. We're yelling touchdown Montana and stuff. And so that's what I say. It's like most of these games and stuff are really fun. And some of the fun things with your kids is to like do the whole touchdown Montana or another cool thing that's always fun. And I'm sure people have seen us. My daughter and I have gotten on the Root Sports and the, hashtag. We do it all the time. Take a picture of your family, put some Griz gear on, put your dog in the photo too. Send it in. Like, that's the one cool thing about Griz football too, is that you can make it a family event where everybody kind of dresses up and then too, you can order some like tattoos and stuff. We'll do that on the face and just, make it fun. And, if you're happy and they see you're happy and you're excited, they get excited too. And,
so just a week out.
The rivalry game that you got to watch. Like, that's what I got to watch my mouth. So.
Yep. So I would get something like a pillow or something that you're going to scream into or something like that for a newborn. But yeah. And also like Luke said, if you definitely have 2 TVs, maybe have one in the garage.
Yeah.
That would be a good one too. So
just if you can, even if it's just really loud cheering, you don't want to wake them up. It's, sometimes it's kind of fun. We're just like, just quiet, kind of,
hold it in.
Yeah, holding it in, but that's kind of fun too when you have to and you want to,
Yep, exactly.
Or it's also cool is like when your kid's little, you hold their hand up and give them little high fives and stuff.
Exactly, man. You're building that fandom, so
yeah, absolutely. So the Griz gained another Griz fan. I love it. Love it.
Awesome. Congrats. Also, he said, I would love to hear your MVP picks for the offense and the defense.
Sure.
Offense, Gilman.
Boy, I agree. I think it's going to be Gilman.
Yeah.
The guy's he's going to be our leader. I mean, he's at another level.
Defense, I'm going to say Torbert. It could be any one of the linebackers, but I know that it's going to come from the linebacking crew.
I'm going to give it to Wing right off the bat here.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's going to have a breakout year for us, and he already was an All-American, or at least All-Conference, I think. And so I think Wing or the other person again. I really like him, Taliapa Pupu. Pupu. I'm probably saying it wrong, but I think that kid's gonna have a heck of a year. So
I think you just like saying his name.
I do. I gotta learn how to say it right, and then
I wish. Have they sent out the Griz roster where you can actually hear his name?
Oh, you know what?
They used to have that where
they do. Hang on.
Do they really?
What number is he? Do you know?
Oh, I don't know. Probably, I'm looking on here. I just like to go to the position group because then you can find linebackers really easy.
Eyeball originally.
Oh, here it is.
What number is he?
He is. Oh, I lost it. Styles.
Geno Leonard's
58. 58.
So, Geno Leonard's another one, man. If he could have one season and he's healthy, we could see him showing up a lot. That poor kid's been dealing with so many injuries. Okay, here we go. Oh, my God. Yeah, he's just a beast. Look at him.
6'3", 242.
Here we go.
Mine's not saying that.
Pomona, California.
Okay.
What was that?
Did you hear that? Or I'm trying to turn it up. Ready? Here we go.
Solomon Tuliaupupu, Pomona, California.
Tuliaupupu.
I'm not going to be able to say that one.
Tuliaupupu. Yeah, one more time.
Solomon Tuliaupupu, Pomona, California.
Tuliaupupu.
Tuliaupupu.
Tuliaupupu. That's my guy. That is my guy.
Look at his head. His head is like...
Dude, he's going to kill people. Kill people out there. Oh. Let the paramedics sort him out. Sorry. Man.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. So funny.
I'm excited. He's my MVP. I changed my mind.
You're going just because of the
58.
name.
Watch out. 58.
Oh, that's funny. Tim Jaco. Hopefully I'm saying that right. What are your realistic expectations this year for Grizzly football? Do you think Montana has it in them to be contenders for a conference title? Going into the season, what is your biggest area of concern for the offense, and what is your biggest area of concern for the defense? Thanks. Realistic expectations, I think we went over. 10-2 should be the least expectations.
Yeah, I agree.
I think conference contenders, if we're 10-2, yeah, we're contending for a title.
I still think that the Big Sky Conference will come down to the rivalry game this year.
It will be.
Yeah. I think that's where it's going to be. And there's a good chance that we're a game ahead of them. There's a really good chance because of the fact they're playing Oregon, because they're playing South Dakota State.
Yep.
And
I think they play UC Davis. I think they have a couple other teams that we don't play.
There's a good chance that we could be a game up on them even.
Yeah. Going
into that game. But I think it's going to come down to that game for buys, for seeding in the playoffs, everything. Yep. So that's why that's a must win, I think. And we need the revenge from last year. We got to get our trophy back. It's at home.
And I would say if you don't make it to at least the semifinals, that's
I agree. Yeah, we need to get to the semis, and that's at least. This is where this could play out so well. Let's say we did go 12-0 or 11-1. That should give us that home field advantage throughout the season, and it could be, it's going to be the Jacks or the Bison are number one. And then the Griz or the Cats probably will be number 2. That's the way it seems to be leading out. And then the other ones will be the 3 and the 4 seeds. And so, what side of the bracket you end up on. But we need that in 1 or 2 spots so that we get the home field advantage, because it is such a damn advantage for us when we get to play at Washington Grizzly. So that's going to be the key. Getting that first round bye, especially not having a bye during the year, and then getting the home field advantage in the playoffs.
Well, man, and if you can get that buy in that first week after the Cat game, it's going to be so important. So important.
And then look, when we made it to Frisco this last time, that was the key. Yep. We were at home. We got to play at home the whole time, and that's what helped lead us to beat Furman and North Dakota State and make it there. And so that's what we need. We need to have that advantage if we're going to make it to Nashville this year. And damn it, I've never been to Nashville, so we need to go because I want to go.
I've heard Nashville is a great town to go to.
That's all I heard from everybody. You've never been to Nashville? Nashville's awesome. I'm like, well, I want to go, but I need something to happen for me to go, like the Griz national championship. Then I will go.
Biggest area of concern on the offense, I would say offensive line. Oh, kicking game. Okay. Yeah. I would say offensive line. Just because I just think that you have to be able to. We've been okay at the offensive line. If we want to make that next step, we've got to be great on the offensive line.
So we've been hearing good things about the offensive line, but both offensive and defensive line, I feel like, hey, prove it.
Yeah.
Prove it.
Yep.
You think you're good. You want to be good. Prove it.
Yep.
Show us. Make us all shut up.
Yep.
Because it is. It's been a concern. Like, go do it. Prove it.
Yep.
Show us. So I hope they do that.
You're worried about the kicking game. You're not too bought in with Morrison. He did well last year.
I know he did okay. He did all right. I don't know. I'm a little worried. Like, because he'd missed a few last year and stuff, and like I feel like we should that should be something you don't have to worry about. And maybe I'm overthinking it, but I just hopefully
I think next year you're gonna have to worry about it because you got nobody. You got Silver, who's a graduate.
I think find somebody or something.
We're gonna have to find somebody. And then defense, I think it's going to be the defensive tackle, defensive line.
I think it's D-line. As much as I feel like they've improved, it's still prove it to us. That's the one I want.
And then if you want a second one on the defense, it's going to be the quarterbacks. Because as that defense goes, you have to be able to do the things that you want to do on that defense.
They need to be able to be on islands. And
you got to have them be on islands, and you've got to have a defense line that gets a little bit of pressure.
We've heard a lot of good stuff from camp about the corners.
Yep.
Another group that goes, go out and show us.
Yep.
Shut everybody up. Show it.
Yep. That is all we have for Griz, and you've got the Twitter /X.
Got a bunch on Twitter.
Oh man, my butt is falling asleep because I'm on a wooden chair.
Oh boy, see, you got to have the nice padded leather one. This is my work one for all
my office
Zoom and Teams meetings we get to do.
Our office isn't done yet. It doesn't have a door, and it's right by our living room. So, I don't want to mess with my wife having her area. So I'm down here in the dungeon.
All right, so. Before I get to questions real quick on X, just a reminder, next week is the blackout game, and you can go to the Go Griz store and Shields and the M store and get your blackout shirt. So make sure you go do that. If you're out of town and you want one, shop.gogriz.com. You can get one too. All right. Questions. All right. So we got Scooby. Checkmark goes here. At Day of Dogs. All right, he says, with so many question marks, team. Hang on, I can't even read.
You're fighting a cold. It's okay, man. It's okay.
Oh my gosh, I am fighting this dang cold. I apologize. No one's gonna realize how many times I muted tonight so I could cough or sneeze. Okay, with so many question marks, seems this team might be a little overranked. High teams seem more appropriate. Thoughts? I don't think so. See, I think us at 9 was about. I thought we'd be more like 7. So
what was the question? I had a hard time following you.
So he said that he feels like, with all the question marks that we have on the team, basically, he feels like we're ranked too high. That he thought we'd be more in the teens to start the season. I disagree. I thought we'd be 7. In fact, when it came out that we were 9, I was like, yes, this is perfect. What Bobby loves. No one respects us. They all think we're, dog crap.
Yep.
We need to go out. We're a bunch of trash. Go out there and prove it. So,
I think if you look at it, I think we're ranked right where we should be. I just don't think. Who are you going to put there in that position if it's not us? Like, there's no one else that you would put in there. Maybe 9, 10, 11.
Especially after seeing UIW.
Oh, yeah, get obliterated and they're number 5.
And then seeing what Davis was doing against Mercer, I'm like, I felt Dick Davis was winning that game.
Yeah.
And they were winning, but I felt like they were dominating a little more. And it's like, you know what?
Yeah.
That's why I feel like really the 7th spot is where we should be at. But we're right where we need to be, I think.
Exactly.
All right. Thank you for the question. All right, then we got
everybody. Thank you for all the questions on Griz, everything. We totally appreciate it, guys.
So we got Good Old Grizzlies. This is not the Good Old Grizzlies official, but the other Good Old Grizzlies. Is it
Bobby's burner account?
Yeah, Bobby's. Got the old school Griz on it right now.
Maybe there you go.
Tim's burner account, but it says, and here's the reason why it might be Tim's. After what game will we know how good this defense is?
I gotta look at the schedule.
I gotta look at the schedule again real quick. Almost there. Okay. No. I'm gonna say after game 2.
No.
Worst case after Idaho.
I would say.
I say after Idaho. Then you can feel confident.
Okay, I would say after Sac State.
Boy, that's a long way into the season.
Well, I think I wanted to say Idaho, but you've got home game after home game after home game. Your first road game's Idaho State. Then
I still think we're going to know a little bit after North Dakota. So here's why I said North Dakota. Okay, if we play North Dakota, and let's say we beat them 28, or let's say we beat them 34-28. Okay,
mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be worried. If we beat them 34-28. That's a lot of points our defense is giving up.
Yeah,
but if we play North Dakota and we beat them 28-3, I'm gonna go on. Hey, that's a decent Missouri Valley team. We know they can put up points.
Yeah,
and we just let them only have 3 points. And then if we play Idaho and we're letting them put up, 2 scores and that's it, and we stomp them. That's why I say after Idaho, if after those first 4 games and we're giving up minimal points, like 2 scores a game, tops, I think you could say, hey, we know our defense is really good. Okay. If after 4 games the defense is allowing all sorts of points left and right, and I'm not talking like our offense throwing a pick 6, I don't count that against them.
Yeah.
But like if they're just giving up a bunch of points, then I'm worried. So
here's my rebuttal. Okay. So North Dakota, definitely, yeah. If we obliterate them and we show out, that could be one where we're starting to feel good. But his question was, when do you really feel like we have a good defense, right?
After Idaho. If all 4 first games we let them put up less than 2 scores, that's when I would feel confident.
I think Idaho is kind of misleading just because they have a brand new coaching staff. They lost a lot of players, and so I don't know how good they're going to be.
Sure.
I think they're going to be probably vying for a playoff seat or playoff appearance. I think
they will be.
But I just don't know. They're going to be on the bubble. They're going to be one of those teams like Northern Arizona and Idaho that are going to be, your defense needs to travel onto those road games. And we don't have a road game until Idaho State. Then we play Cal Poly and Sacred Heart, which we're going to be favored in. And then you've got the big going to Sac State. But also you could throw in and say, well, let's say the Jacks beat them by 40 points.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna say definitely, Idaho.
Then are you gonna say not till Montana State?
No. I think if the
that's why I say Idaho. 4 games in, you should know what your defense is.
I say if the Jacks
and you got
only beat them by a touchdown,
good teams. So
I think if the Jacks only beat them by a touchdown, I'm gonna say Sac State. If it's not, I'll say Idaho should be that one. Idaho State, another road game. You just don't know.
Idaho State's a good road game because they do have a good offense.
They do, and so
shuts their offense down. That's a statement.
Well, and then that's what I think you playing at Wad Griz, you're going to be favored to win, and you can kind of get,
right. Again, that's
go
why
over things because of the home field advantage.
That's why.
Going away is more of an aspect of, okay, what type of team do we have that travels?
Right.
And so that's why I was kind of thinking of, okay, where is our first really tough road game? And that's that Sac State. But I think probably, hey, if Idaho State shows up again, maybe it could be Idaho State.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. But, I mean, I think it's the point differential. Like, if we see them shutting teams down, that's a statement. Like, that's huge.
But it depends on who that team is, though. Because, like, if Idaho shows out that, hey, they're going to be good this year, that they're just picking up where they left off.
Well, that's the thing. We don't know where any of these teams are going to be.
No.
Right. There's so many question marks.
Yeah, exactly.
So, it's different like last year when we let Cal Poly put 7 on us. It's like, okay, that's what we should do. Northern Colorado, we didn't let them have any points. But when we gave up 20 to Northern Arizona, or we lost to Weber 55-48.
Oh, my gosh.
We freaking beat Eastern 52 to freaking 49. That's what I'm saying. Like
that's when you're worried. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. The beginning is these first 4 games. If our defense is legit after 4 games, we're only letting 2 scores a game tops.
Yeah,
then I'm going to feel good about it. But if we're doing what we did last year, and it's just a shootout, I'm going to be nervous as hell.
You're gonna be pacing.
Yeah, big time.
That's how I do it too. I'm just pace back and forth.
That was a good question.
It was.
Okay, Terrence is always hitting us up. Love Terrence.
Terrence is awesome, man.
Okay, so he's excited that we're recording, and he says, "What do you know about the true freshmen? Any of them gonna get any run?" So he's wanting to know if we're that one corner.
Gentry.
I think he's one. He's the one I think that.
I think you could see him. I think that's probably where you're going to see. You maybe see it on the back side of the safeties, possibly.
Yeah.
But I think probably the most likely would be probably on the cornerback.
Yeah.
To see what they have, to get him kind of what they did with Loud.
That's why I see the same type of thing. How they use Loud, maybe. We know Bobby likes to hold that true freshman, but that's the one out of all the freshmen I think that has the best chance, I guess, because because of our depth too. That's part of the reason.
You could see the transfer from, I think is it Iowa?
No, I'm talking. He said just true freshman.
Oh, true freshman. Okay,
true freshman.
Because there's a freshman out of Iowa that is a defensive line, 6'4", 252.
Yeah, he could see some. If he's
from Winfield, Iowa. So, but yeah.
And then second question, he says, do you think our corners will be better than last year? I'm going to say yes.
Definitely yes. Yes.
Loud's going to be, I think he's going to have we're going to see a bigger jump from last year just because of his time as a college athlete rather than coming right from being a high schooler. Like, he's just going to have all that extra time from spring ball in the summer and all that. We're going to see a big jump from him.
I think he's going to be more physical too. I think he's going to be with being in the weight room. Last year he was really, really quick, and I think he's going to have some time in the weight room and be a little bit more physical.
So I'm smiling because his next question is, how physical do you think we'll be? So I think really physical. Defense, we're going to be really physical. And that was one of the things everybody said is, compared to last year's camp, the defense was flying to the ball. And with this linebacker core and my boy Tuliapupu out there blowing people up, number 5'8", remember that number? We're going to see just heads getting knocked.
Separating the body parts.
Go ahead and get that, as Luke says. What's that?
As Luke would say, separating the body parts.
That's right. Let the paramedics sort them out.
Yeah, I think that's just what you see these transfers coming in, and just the increase of athleticism from what our defense had last year. You're going to see a difference now. Like, I'm holding off to say, hey, are we going to be better on defense? I think that automatically, if you have better defensive players, it's going to make you better day one. Yeah. Now, overall, is it going to make us a better team? That depends on how well they buy into the system.
Well, and that's one thing I think we've been hearing is that it feels like they are, and they're working very cohesively as a group. So, but it's just going to be, I mean, you always look good at camp, and sometimes we put our maroon glasses on and stuff. It's really going to take, again, that's why we're talking about how many games and stuff. I think by game 4, we're going to know what we have personally, but either way. Next question, he said, will we finally have one QB? No. Kind of. I think Ayat's going to be the starter. We're going to work in Wortham, but I do think it's not going to be like you saw last year. I think Ayat's
I hope not. If we do, I'm going to be screaming.
It just doesn't. Everything we're hearing that people saw in camp and the things we're hearing from what players were saying and stuff. Just I think everybody's backing Ayat, and I think that's what it's going to be. And then his second question again is Flowers or Jensen, and
Flowers.
What we're hearing, Flowers has been making strides and has passed up Jensen. So, but I mean that's going to be a battle all season because you want Jensen there. He doesn't have the playing experience, but he's
gone to college at USC.
He's been a long quarterback for a long time, and But I think Flowers. It's nice to see that, and we heard that a lot last year. When he was a redshirt, how he was lighting it up at practice and stuff, dropping dimes and stuff.
He's not afraid. He's very confident in himself.
Yeah.
So
his last question: what players are going to be the breakout this year? I think we already kind of talked about the ones we'd like to be, breakout
on both sides of the ball.
It just says your breakout players.
Oh, there's going to be so many of them that it's hard to just pick. But offense, I think Davis is going to have, and I think Wortham.
Wortham's going to be. That's going to be like a surprise, I think, for people too. They know Wortham from Eastern, and he came here because he wants to light it up. So.
The defensive side, I think you're going to really see the linebacking crew be very, very good. I think Keon Loud's going to have a good year as well. I think
the other thing I was thinking about too is Finoti. We got a little taste of him. We're going to see a lot more of him. And I think he's just going to continue to surprise people. Like we saw that little, ooh, this looks good. Ooh, what has he got? I think we could really see some of those big runs and blowing up holes and stuff and going, where people are going, ooh, who should we give the rock to more?
Yeah,
exactly. It's just such a good 1-2 punch. So, all right. Mountain Man Packers at Mountain Man _Pack. He says, can any of our QBs be experienced enough to read a defense and get rid of the ball? The last couple of years have been hold on to it, make a play. I think that Ayat is making a lot of strides on reading defenses and stuff.
Yeah.
And part of the reason that was hold on to it and run away is our offensive line sucked at times.
Well,
getting through and getting pressure on them real quick. So it's like, go make a play. So if our offensive line can keep the protection and stuff, like anything, that gives you more time to read a defense, and you're not doing old, when Ayat wasn't in there, it felt like it was just one read, not at all. It was just like, I know I'm going to right away.
Well, and then you got to look at your wide receivers last year. Bergen and White were hurt.
Yeah,
last year.
True. Matt Bergen was hurt all year, it seems.
Yeah, and then and then Fonts was so inconsistent. The only guy that you really could count on was Sawyer Racanelli.
Yeah.
And he had speed, but not like grossly like speed that's going to blaze you. He was more of a hands guy.
Yeah. And a blocker out there.
And a blocker. Yeah. So, definitely.
I do think the progression is getting there, and we're hearing that, I'm hoping. I mean, we'll find out soon enough.
Yeah.
We're hoping that they're able to read defenses, and, really with the weapons that we have, it's like, hey, just distribute the ball out to them and let them do what they need to do. So don't make mistakes. So.
And honestly, guys, like, are you really going to do that in camp against this defense? Like, they're going to be playing the 3-3-5. This defense you're not going to see in the year ever again.
Yeah.
So it's kind of it's really good for your defense, because then you can just kind of get live reps. But I believe that this isn't really good for our offense, because you're not going to be seeing a 3-3-5 like this in the year.
Right.
They'd be more better off and farther along if they're seeing more of a standard-based defense.
And that's what they'll start seeing like this week and stuff. They'll, against the practice squad.
And so I think, being able to get into game reps and seeing that defense, you're going to see that.
And the other thing is film study. And we know that I'm guarantee you that they've been doing film study and stuff all summer and just working on their craft and making sure. So, that's the whole thing. Experience helps. And so I'm hopeful that with all that film study and everything they've been doing this summer leads into, being able to read defenses better and stuff. So, cool. All right. So next question from Tyler Martin. He said, he wants both of us to name 2 players on offense and defense that will have breakout years. We keep kind of doing this, but
okay, offense.
Yeah, 2 players on offense. Breakout year.
Davis.
Yep.
And so breakout years, can I say Wortham?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna say
his first year with us, man. So
yeah, I'm gonna say Davis and Wortham.
Okay. I also agree with Davis, because I think he's gonna splash the scene. And then I'm going to say Finoti.
Okay.
Davis and Finoti.
That was my third one.
I think Gilman's going to Gilman's just going to have a big year. Yeah. But I think Finoti, we saw a taste of him last year. I think he's really going to break out as that Osmo kind of awesome number 2. They're both getting big yards and big gains and stuff. And
could we have 2 backs that have 1,000 yards this year?
Oh my gosh. How cool would that be?
Wouldn't that be cool?
Oh my God.
Well, so like percentage wise, because I can't go an over and under, like percentage wise, what do you think of 2 1,000-yard rushers? Percent chance.
Well, I'm just thinking, because you're thinking about some of the teams we're playing too, where you could really get some yards.
Yeah.
I'll say 70.
70%?
Maybe that's high.
I think 55.
55.
I think that, and I'm leaning 50, 55.
Yeah, that's probably what's more realistic. I always like to think high.
Because
if we're getting the ball, the thing I worry about with the 2,000 yarders is we're talking about all these receivers and stuff. You're getting that ball there and there. It's like,
yeah. Because if you look at Finoti, he gets 10 carries, right?
Yeah.
He's averaging 10 yards a carry for 1,000 yards, or for 100 yards a game. That's 1,200 yards there.
It's probably more realistic, like a 55% chance.
Yeah.
Okay, defense. You know mine. Tuliapa number 58.
The head smasher.
Right, head smasher. You're gonna be killing people out there. He's my guy. And then I'm gonna say Ramos.
Okay.
Actually, Peck. Sorry. I'm gonna go Peck. God, Ramos and Peck. I mean, they're gonna tie for my number 3. So I think Ramos, we're gonna see him like kind of be that leader on the D line, but I think Peck is this new guy coming in that's gonna have a breakout year coming from Carroll, and people are like, who is this guy? And why didn't we have him before? You know.
Yep.
So, but the number 1, Tuiapupu.
Head smasher. Okay. I'm gonna go with Torbert. I think he's a dog, man. He's just gonna be, he is quick to the ball. I think that's what we're missing, is somebody quick to the ball that they can run
I like that.
linear, but
Good things about it. I like that. I like that pick. Pick.
And then one that I think is going to get a lot of breakups but in interceptions too is, I think, Loud, man. If our defensive line does what they're supposed to do and our linebackers get to the quarterback, I think there's going to be a lot of balls up in the air,
like Ford did. Ford did a few years ago.
Yep.
That's the other thing. I'm really hoping Prince gets a chance and just, But I think you're right. I think Loud could be that guy where we see him being a ball hawk out there.
Yep. And he just raises this year, sophomore year, he just raises it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, absolutely.
That was a good question, Tyler.
All right, so we've got a few more. We from Bow Horn Weasel at Horn Weasel. He said thoughts on week 0, which we covered. Appreciate the question.
Yeah, I love it.
We'd love, like we said, we'd love to see Mercer and Davis get to replay that game. I think that's the biggest thing. That would be freaking awesome. And UIW are frauds. So
fraud watch.
Yeah. Here's something cool. This isn't a question, but it popped up earlier today. Offensive lineman Dylan Botner, Bachelor's of Science in Biochemistry, Bachelor's of Science in Biology, Bachelor's of Science in Neuroscience, minored in Physics, is up for the Campbell Trophy this year.
He has 4 degrees?
He has 3 degrees and a minor.
Holy crap.
Are you kidding me?
He's going to doctorate school, right? After this?
I'm sure he is. Jesus. BS in biochemistry, biology, and neuroscience. Be careful, son. You're going to be a doctor. Like, damn, dude. Like, they make offensive linemen smart. We're here on the defensive line. I had a hard time with medical microbiology.
Oh, man.
He's got 3 bachelors of science and a minor in physics. Good Lord, son. That is awesome. That's badass, man. That is so cool. That's all I want to make sure I shared that today.
That's amazing to do when you're playing collegiate sports.
Yes. Wow. You know, it's cool today. We had the program record 19,737 season tickets. They show the stadium when they did the checker where they had the white and the maroon and the different sections. That looks so cool. I hope they do that again this year. Yeah. That looked awesome on TV.
Yes, it did.
Okay. All right. Another question. Sorry. We're going long. This
is almost 2 hours, man.
I know. Like the Griz fan podcast all of a sudden.
I know. What's going on?
All right. So this is from Montana at MT Griz 69. This is our buddy Jay. So let's see here. Hang on. He says, just want to point out the haters about Grizzly's soft schedule. No bye weeks. And so he says, and as long as we put together a good O-line, I think we should have a much better season than last year for sure. Thanks for all you two do. So I agree. There's a lot of people out there that are like, oh, the Grizzlies' schedule is just weak. And
that's what I said last year too, but that didn't really help us then.
No, well,
so
last year's schedule was not weak. Like people said that.
Yeah.
But
you don't know that until you start going into it.
I said Jay. That's Shay Rosberg. That's who that is. He follows us. He's over there in Georgia. In fact, it's his birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's people are saying that stuff, and like you still have to play all these teams. Again, like we were saying, like it's maybe some games that we don't know who each team is.
No.
Like I'm saying Idaho, but you're like, man, Idaho might be trash. We just saw Idaho State actually put it up against UNLV.
Yeah.
We don't know what Sac State's going to be.
Yeah.
We will next week, after next weekend.
Yep.
So week 1 is going to tell us a lot of who these teams are.
Yep.
Again, UIW. What the hell? Like, they crowned them like they were so good, and they just got rolled by Nichols.
Yeah.
So this week's going to uncover a lot of stuff for us. There's still going to be a lot of questions, but it's going to uncover a lot of things. And I don't care who you are. Again, if you go 12-0, that is so hard to do in the college football landscape. So if that was the case,
12-0 with no bye.
Yeah, screw the haters.
Sorry,
that's what he's saying. He capitalized no bye weeks. Like that bye. Our bye week is this week.
Yeah,
like, that's why I think we really have to take that Sacred Heart game and see if
that's got to be our bye week.
Like use it to play younger kids and stuff, and use it like a bye week. That would be big.
Yep,
so
definitely.
Okay, we got another one.
Okay,
Zachary Lord at Ken Lord. He said, "Thanks for what you guys do. I was looking forward to buying an 86 Bergen 49 jersey for my son. Became a huge Griz fan during Junior's run. Bummer."
Yes.
So if you hadn't heard, everybody was getting waived today. Like from everywhere. Like Junior got waived, O'Connell got waived, Cook got waived, Malott got waived, Cam got waived.
Cam Miller got waived, yep.
Yeah, it was like the FCS wave day.
I think Valdez got waived too.
Yeah,
from the
Cats. I mean, like O'Connell led the damn Seahawks in tackles in the preseason, and Dylan Cook, like we were talking, was the number 2 in the depth chart.
He was on the 2 deep, the 2 deep, yeah.
So, anyways, he said,
hopefully those guys land on a practice squad with those teams, and
so that was his first question. He goes, "What are the chances of him getting picked by another team?" So the reason Junior, we think, got waived was he muffed his last punt.
Yeah,
like that was in the NFL. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, practice squad, like you just said, I think that's a good possibility.
Yep.
Or any of these guys, if they showed out and someone's always looking, there's always those people who go pluck them for either their practice squad or something else.
Yeah.
And there's also CFL too. I mean, not that you want to jump down to that, but you never know.
Well, and Junior, it's disheartening because I think that's probably the best position for him.
Yeah.
With Colt Anderson there, and then how they drafted him and wanted it. They haven't had like a punt return to the house for like forever.
Yeah.
Since like 2010 or
I
something.
really
like
think
that.
we're gonna see him on practice squad.
I think so too.
I think that's what they're gonna be like. Hey, let's put you on practice squad. Let us keep working with you. Let's get you here, and then you can pull him up. If he starts all of a sudden showing flashes, you're like, hey, let's get him up. They can pull him up.
Yep.
So
I think I hope that Cook, because Cook wasn't on the practice squad last year for this.
He was. I think he'll be back in the practice squad for sure.
Yeah, I think so too.
Especially being number 2. So I think there's a lot. I mean, NFL.
Oh, and O'Connell, that doesn't make any sense. He has to make a practice squad.
That one really surprised me.
That does not make any sense.
His preseason was so good. It's like, what? So I think they'll get picked up. It'll be interesting to see the next couple of days because this all just happened today. A lot of this breaking news. Yep. And then they usually it's, hey, we want you to do this, and you don't find out till the next day if they signed or not. Because like anything, they say we'd like you to be on a practice squad, but they all go back to their agent and see if there's other teams going, no, we want you for our 53.
Yeah.
So there's options out there. So we'll see what happens. But I do hope he ends up on the practice squad. Okay. Question number 2. He says over under 1.5 punt kick returns by Wortham this year.
1.5 to the house?
Yeah. So over under. He's saying 1.5 is the line.
I'm saying under.
I'm going to say over. I bet he gets 2.
You get 2? I think I want to say more than that.
Punt or kick return. I bet he gets 2.
Oh, if it's punt return and kick return,
punt or kick return. He says punt / kick returns. The over under is 1.5. I'm saying over. I bet he gets 2.
I'm still saying under.
I bet he gets one of either 2 kicks or one. I could see that because here's the reason I think it could be over it too. Our special teams unit does do an excellent job of setting that wall up and doing what they need to do to spring our guys. And he's electric, and that's what I'm going to say. I will say over.
You're talking me into it because I think he's going to get a lot more attempts than Bergen because they're going to be like, oh, Bergen's not back there.
They're not going to know who. Yeah, I mean, Wortham's good, but it's not Bergen, and
it's not. Bergen.
I agree. He's going to the attempts, and if we set those walls up, especially with some of these teams we're playing.
Yeah, I'm going to say over. You talk me into.
Especially since it's punt/kick. If you said just punt, but I think there's a lot more opportunity. I think there's going to be a lot of opportunity.
Because you got Cal Poly, you've got Sacred Heart, you got at least one there.
The only thing is like Deck might be back there too. That's the question. So we had Deck, but I think Wortham. I
think kick return you're going to go with Wortham, but punt return is Deck going to be out there?
It could be, or they could be Wortham. That's what we don't know. So
it'd be interesting.
I'm still going to say over.
I'm going to say I'm going to switch. I'm going to say over. I'm going to say over.
Yeah, cool.
Nice.
I think I had screenshot.
Is that it?
Those. I think so. I'm just looking to make sure. It looks like that's it. Yeah, that's all the questions. Which is that one question led into it. I wanted to make sure we talked about our Griz in the NFL and stuff, and
definitely
what they're doing. So, we made it over 2 hours. Holy cow. We were like, this could be a short pod. I was like, we got a lot of questions though. So yeah.
That's awesome.
Hopefully I can get that game on Central Washington and Flow Sports so we can check that out. And
that'd be awesome.
Scouting report for them next week. And
that'll be awesome. Well, guys, again, thank you for sending those questions, but also for listening to us. Like we say all the time, make sure to rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast wherever you get your podcasts at. Give us a review. So I think we're at 52 reviews on Apple. So definitely, I know there's probably a lot more than 52 people that listen to us. So definitely give us a review there. That helps us get us out into the system of whatever.
Well, hopefully the 2 hours we're recording, and I think our buddies at the Griz Fan Pod are recording this week, and the lackeys probably, hopefully everybody's doing it so that people have stuff to, to listen to enjoy when we don't have a dang game in week 1.
Exactly.
So we appreciate y'all listening. Hopefully enjoy the 2 hour pod. And, it's awesome. Again, like you were just saying, Adam, like, I think it's so cool that people enjoy this. We enjoy it.
We enjoy it.
We love talking Griz football and Griz sports. And I think it's just cool as hell that people like listening. And it's amazing that people do. And it's cool. Like, I love talking it, and hopefully you enjoy it too. And thank you for doing that for us.
Exactly. And as always, go Griz.
Heck yeah, go Griz.